Okay, so hi all and welcome to the meeting. So first let me introduce myself and then I'll talk about what is this initiative and why I have started it, and then maybe we can solve the questions that you all have regarding starting in the RP or anything as such. So I'm Parth Doshi. You might have seen videos of me on YouTube which I make on UiPath, or you might not have also seen the videos and we might be interacting for the first time. So I'm currently working as an RPA developer intern at one organization here in Mumbai. Besides that, I love sharing my knowledge. So I keep on doing many things like conducting some webinar or anything as such in different colleges, make videos on YouTube, interact in the UiPath community. So that's all what I love to do. So that is the brief introduction about myself. Now, why I have started this initiative RP Rookies is because what I have seen in most of the colleges or the perception that students have is that only web development or Python or data science can lead you to a successful career. The fields of RP are not that much, explored by the students. So what I feel is that by this initiative or by whatever I'm doing, I will be able to help the students and the working professionals who are trying to change their career into RPA. In this group, I not only mean to help you all or guide you all, but what I also mean doing in this group is helping you all get good opportunities, because now when I am interacting with you all personally, I know who has what knowledge and who has explored UiPath how much and who is very good at particular things. So maybe we might form a good team under this initiative and help each other. Now we have one person, Sanjay, he is HR at one of the companies. So if there are opportunities and he is also aware. So hi Sanjay, welcome to the meeting. So if he is also aware
Hello,
about
Panth. Thank you.
any such opportunities, he can share that, and even also he wants to learn RPA. So while learning, he also knows everyone in the group. So that will help each one of us learn something new. Maybe Sanjay can teach us something else what he has knowledge about, or maybe Arpit, Rahul, or Reshmi, whoever are exploring, or Piyush as well. He has also been exploring UiPath a lot. So my intention with this group is not only to help you learn the technical things but also guide on the non-technical front, that how can you utilize LinkedIn to get better opportunities, be active in UiPath community. Maybe one of you can sometimes be a speaker in any UiPath community events if we learn properly and we get the things executed properly. So that is why I have started this initiative to help each and everyone who wants to get as a fresher or as a starter in the RPA industry. So I hope that the intention of this initiative and why I want each one of you to be active. I know I have been sending a lot of messages that be active in the group and engage with the people. The reason behind that is that only that each one of you should be able to interact and learn from each other. It's not like I want to be someone who is just commanding the things or sending the things that we are going to this that it should always be on the mutual interest and genuine efforts that we are taking. So we, because we are not here to waste anyone's time or resources or anything as such, so that is the reason I want you all to be active in all the things that we do. I don't have that much planned, but hopefully we'll do great things together. So that is everything about myself and this initiative. Now we can take the questions one by one if you all have any, and we'll answer that.
But I have a doubt in web automation.
Uh, okay. Yeah, Hari, tell me.
Yeah, I think I asked you before,
Uh-huh.
but I have got. I need to clarify something.
Right. Tell me.
We know that we can use data scraping activity, and we can pull all the tabular data and
Right.
get that in Excel format.
Right.
But in web automation, I need to extract a particular number. For example, if we are going to Flipkart website and we now want only yeah, the specification for iPhone, a single model, we need to get the specification for only that, and we
Okay.
have a total list of iPhone numbers, and we need to get that particular data. What are the activities do we need to use to get that particular data
Okay. So
in that sequence?
now see, one thing what we can do is when you write on that Flipkart search thing, right? So either you type that specific model only, right? So the resulting data which you will be scraping will be related to that particular model only. Or else what you can do is based on some keywords or something, once you have extracted the data of all the iPhones in a data table, you can use a filter data table activity to filter that. I think you will get a lots of videos on this particular thing on YouTube. There are people making this type of videos. I am not sure if I have made or not, but you will get this kind of videos a lot on YouTube where they are doing this kind of data scraping. So I think this is the approach that you can follow.
Okay, I'll search for that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, Arpit.
Yeah. Hi, Parth. Arpit here.
Yeah, hi, Arpit.
Currently working as a data modeler in MNC. Want to switch to RPA. So started learning RPA from UiPath Academy.
Right.
So what should be the basics? Like I need to prepare use cases since I am not working in RPA and I want to switch to RPA. So I will
Right.
join as a fresher, but
Right.
need some use cases. So use UiPath Academy enough, or I should prepare some use cases for resume or for
See,
interview purpose.
because you are going as a fresher, what I feel is first you need to complete that RPA Developer Foundation course, right?
Yeah.
Once you have completed that, right, in that there are many practice tests, and as well, if you are doing it, you might have seen there are
Yeah.
different practice tests and assignments and the quiz as well. So now that will help you build your basics very strong. Now, wherever you go to give interview as a fresher, they will first see what basics you know, whether you are understanding what is Excel automation or web automation or anything as such. You are understanding the concepts of orchestrator. They will look for that. Now, after that, what I would suggest you is, since what did you say, which role you are working as currently?
Data modeler.
Data modeler.
Data
Okay.
modeler.
Okay. So what you can do is you can try to find use cases within that. So whatever task you are doing, right? Now, what will happen in that case is you will understand how RPA can be implemented in a particular industry. Maybe someone might have explored or might not have explored, but since you have that added advantage of knowing other technology or other role, try to identify the areas where you can implement RPA in your daily task. Now that will build the use case that will help you think creatively, and you will be able to innovate the RPA use cases within a particular industry.
Okay.
So the first
And
suggestion,
so
yeah.
yes.
So the first suggestion will be that only that complete your basics, understand everything about that RPA Developer Foundation course, and try to follow this approach later.
Okay. And do I need to prepare for certification also for UiPath?
I would say do not rush for certification, because now UiPath has two certification. One is the RPA Associate and one is the RPA Advanced one, right? Now the Associate also requires hands-on knowledge that you should know. We can't say that organizational or enterprise level use cases, but you should at least have the practice of UiPath, which I think it will take time. So first complete the course, practice some things. You will get different use cases on UiPaths, other courses as well, and on tutorials as well. There are hundreds of content creators. I think Piyush has also uploaded some of the use cases. There is Nisarg, Mukesh. On everyone's channel, you will find many use cases on my channel as well. So you can utilize that particular thing. But before that as well, try to identify the RPA use cases on what role you are already working. And after that, you can learn this. And when you feel that you are pretty much confident, and you can go through the practice test that we have. So once you have gone that you feel confident, then you can go and appear for the RPA associate exam, because the cost of the exam is $150. So it's not like you get other second chance or anything as such. So you need to plan properly and then appear for the exam. I myself, I learned RPA, I practiced for 7-8 months, and then I appeared for the exam. Even at that time, I was not that much very confident, but then I felt that I know things so that I can give the exam.
No, I asked like some people asking for certification if I switch their career for
See, it completely depends from organization to organization. When I have seen some people giving interviews that they don't ask about the certification, that they just see what knowledge he has and will he be able to serve the purpose of what requirement is there currently. If he is able to, then they don't look much into the certification. They later give you that training and tell to appear for the certification after you have joined the organization. So that completely depends on organization to organization how it is going.
Thank you, Parth.
Okay. Anyone else?
Okay. Hi, Parth.
Yeah. Hi, Dhiren.
So first thing you told us in meeting that to start with RPA developer from UiPath Academy.
Right.
That's the
Right.
first step to start
Right.
career into UiPath.
Right.
So almost it's 40 hours course, right?
Yeah. It's 39 hours course. Yeah. 40. Yeah.
Okay. And like in that content, everything is mentioned, right? Hands-on practice also, as well as
Yes. Yes.
to
Yes.
understand step by
Yeah.
step what is.
Yeah, they have different assignments as well. So you can practice them. And if you are not able to solve it by yourself, they have the solution also given to that particular problems. And recently the course is also updated to the 2019 studio version. So all the latest updates in the course are also there, and it completely trains you through the basic of UiPath development knowledge. So it is compulsory. I think it is very mandatory to complete that course.
Okay. So is there a difference between UiPath and automation anywhere?
Yeah, they both are completely different RPA tools, so it completely differs between both of them. Now it depends like what you want to start with. Both have their own academies and the tutorials as well, but most of the people that I've seen, when they get into RPA, they have always started with UiPath. I have met very less people who have started with automation anywhere and then have learned UiPath.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Parth, for this.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Parth, I just had a small doubt regarding almost the same thing.
Yes, Arvind.
Yeah, actually, I mean, since UiPath has the most number of materials online, and
Right.
it's more, yeah, that is, and since the certifications are free in the sense the basic certifications are free,
Right.
uh, like if one person is skilled in that, and then is applying for jobs in RPA, so won't certain companies require also other softwares like Blue Prism or automation anywhere?
See, again, the same answer that I gave to Arvind comes over here as well. It completely depends from organization to organization. So, if a company has projects on UiPath only, right? There are very less projects coming on either Blue Prism or automation anywhere. Then why would they hire for that particular tools? So it depends that which company you are targeting, what are their requirements, and what skill set you have. So if you are having very good knowledge of UiPath, then you should look only for that companies or target only that companies that are having UiPath requirements, not any else. So then it will be better for you as well.
Okay, sure, Parth.
Yeah, yeah. Thank
Thanks.
Hi, Parth, it's me, Sanjay.
you. Yeah, Sanjay, tell me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, there is some disturbance. That's why I could not on my video.
Uh-huh. No
So
problem.
next time, definitely I will do it. Okay.
No problem.
So thanks for introducing me to these people. Okay, so I'm the HR working. So I'm generally hiring lot of for the positions for the RPA developer, UiPath, and RPA Blue
Right,
Prism, and RPA admin. I'm working from past 7 years, but specifically not on RPA. So I did
mhm,
hiring on different technologies. So
right,
here where I'm working right now, so you know that we hire a lot of RPA, right?
right.
So that's why it is better to know for me some
The
basics or
technical part as well.
some technical part as well, so that I can screen the
Right,
candidates much better. Yeah,
right,
that's why. Because yeah, so that's why I'm here to learn more into that.
right. Yeah, like I said that if there is RPC, UiPath requirements are almost there everywhere. And since you know that
Yes,
you are going to be recruiting for that particular role, you can also start
yes,
with that developer foundation course, but because it is not something that you need to be a technical person or this or that. It's the course
yes,
that is made from the basics. So even you can start with the developer foundation course, and you can also learn from that, and it will help you a lot to gain the technical knowledge as well, so that you can recruit the people more better.
yes, Parth. And trust me, so anyone who is a fresher here, so trust me, this is a you RPA, UiPath, or whatever automation has a very good future.
Right,
And I know what is the future because when I deal with the people, so generally I speak with to a lot of like 20 to 30 members every day
right,
because of this hiring, and so I got interest to learn of this RPA from them.
right, right, right. Amazing, Sanjay. Great.
Thank you.
Hello, Pat. I want to ask.
Yes, Anayatika.
Yeah, how much for somebody that is not coming from a software background, you
Mhm.
know, he has little or no programming skills.
Right.
What level of programming knowledge do you think he needs to become an RPA developer?
See, there is never any such level that you should know this much programming language to do job of this role. It all depends on how much keen or interested are you in getting that particular technology and how much you are willing to put the efforts. Now, some person, like we say, this course of RPA Developer Foundation, it is of 39 hours. If someone is able to understand the things pretty much faster and able to see what are the technicalities within that, he might be able to complete it within 15-20 days. But someone, let's say, not from the technical background, he might take time to understand what are the string operations that are being performed, or let's say any other thing, data table manipulations, when we do Excel automation. So it completely depends on how much efforts you are trying to take, because see, it's never going to be that you are going to work only on this kind of use cases or this kind of use cases. Even me being an RPA developer, or anyone like Piyush as well, he will be able to share that, where we don't know what use cases might come in front of us. So
Yeah,
you should be able to explore all that. If there is sometimes something related to Excel, then you need to dig into that part, that how data table operation is performed, how link queries are written. When it comes sometimes to web automation, then you need to understand the selectors part. You need to see how that HTML elements are there, and you need to identify that. So it will always keep on varying. It will never be constant. So you just need to explore and keep on learning that particular task that comes to your hand. And with that, you will side by side simultaneously develop your skill set as well as a RPA developer.
okay.
I,
Thank you.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Okay. Okay. Harshita, Saujanya, Dikshit, Rahul, Reshmi, any questions from you all?
Um,
Okay.
Hi Parth, my question is that
Yeah,
so once I'm done with my foundation course,
right.
and after that I do a little bit of practice.
Right.
So after that, am I ready to apply for jobs, or I mean, what should be my next step as a fresher
See,
once I'm done with this course?
if your target is that after completing the course and after gaining the basic understanding of the RPA or UI part development, you want to apply for a internship or a job, then you should do that. If you are feeling confident that when your interview will be taken at a fresher level, you will be able to answer the questions asked in UI path, then you should apply for that. Because again, there is never a criteria. Now, if you see a 2-year person or 2 years of experience person can maybe apply for a job that is of very senior level, because he has that kind of knowledge. So it's not like after completing the course that you need to apply or not. If you feel that you want to apply and you are looking for an internship, then I will suggest you should apply and always keep on practicing. If you see some feature coming from UiPath, or if you feel that your Excel automation or web automation concepts are not clear, or email automation, so just keep on learning that. Don't stop that after this course I should not learn. After the course, now you know that I have got the basic understanding. So just then try to put them into the use cases. Think of use cases yourself. Like, what if I had to copy a specific data from one Excel file to other, make some chart or something like that, and email that Excel file. So it is like that only, that you should keep on exploring and you should keep on learning. And if you feel confident, then I will suggest you should go ahead and apply for the internship or the job, whatever you are looking
Yeah,
for.
right. Okay, got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Got it. Thanks.
yeah. Welcome. Yeah, I think Saujanya was asking the question.
Yeah, but hi.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, like, along with this UiPath thing, like, do we need to possess some extra, I mean, other skills? I'm not at all from this, technical
Right.
background.
See,
I did my BTech in electronics, so
okay.
I mean, I have no knowledge on this SQL or anything
Right,
as such.
right. Now
So
when we talk
UiPath
about,
wise,
yeah, when we talk about RP or UiPath, every other skill or knowledge that you will have will be very important for your career. Be it any programming language, be it any data analytics tool, be it any what we call that Jira or something, that kind of tools are also there. Be it any particular tool, any particular language or software, everything will be important later, because right now the level at which the integration of RPA is happening with multiple technologies, we are going to see a lot of advancement in future. So anything besides RPA, is going to be added advantage for your profile.
And like when companies are hiring, like I just wanted to know, like, are they looking for, other skill sets? Like maybe they prefer people who are already having knowledge on .NET, like
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
just the UI
they
part.
do. Yeah. So see, if you are having good knowledge of UiPath, you will by
Mhm.
default have good knowledge of .NET, because that's what the complete platform is built on, and that's what operation you will be using within UiPath. So UiPath also helps you understand this .NET and other things properly as well. So that is definitely going to help you. So yeah, like that shouldn't be a problem having .NET knowledge, because yeah, every company will look for that. So if you have good knowledge on UiPath, you will simultaneously have good knowledge on .NET as well, and still you can learn about specifically about .NET programming language separately as well. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Parth, this is Neetul.
Yeah,
I have
Neetal.
one question.
Yeah.
So I have one question. Like, do you think 6 months is the realistic time frame for you to like learn UiPath and also like get a job in RPA?
Right. See, again, same thing. If you are spending more time on that, or if you are taking more efforts to learn it, the 6 month task can be covered within 3 months as well, or the 6 months task can be take a year as well. So it completely depends on you, how much time you spend on learning, how much fast you are understanding the things, or how much you are able to grasp that particular concept of the development of RPA in UiPath or any other tool, let's say. So it completely depends on how much efforts you take and how much fast you understand. If you understand the concepts quickly and you are able to do the automation, whatever it is, be it very basic or be it advanced, doesn't matter. If you are able to do that, then you can maybe apply for a job or anything as such in 3 months as well. Other than that, it might take 6 months as well.
So do you recommend to do the advanced training as well if you're like looking to
See,
apply?
if you are a starter or if you are a fresher, I will suggest first to complete the developer foundation course and practice some of the automation use cases that you find online on YouTube, on UiPath's website or anywhere else. So I will suggest you to practice that, and then maybe you can with that start learning advanced concepts as well, and within that meantime you can apply for the job. That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. Yeah,
Because
because I did foundation I think 2 years back when it was still like non-paid version, but now I'm out of touch with it. So
right, so
I'm
the
going to do.
RPA developer foundations course is still a non-paid one. Also they have updated to their 2019 version, so all the elements and all that we see is the latest one. So I would suggest you to re-go through it, that it can help you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Parth, it's me, Sanjay.
Yeah, Sanjay. Yeah.
Yes, Parth, so there are many RPA tools, like Blue Prism, UiPath,
Right.
and Abby.
Right.
What is the difference between these tools, and which one having a more feature or more features? So what is exactly the difference between these
See,
tools? So all are the RPA ones, right?
right, all are the RPA ones. Now every tool that, now if we see UiPath has a huge community, right? You see there are
Okay.
almost new features coming on in every release, and there are multiple things to do, right? When we see like I haven't that much worked on automation anywhere or even the Blue Prism, but that are the tools that I have seen very less people, learn at the start of their RPA career. What they do is, if the organization is having the requirement. Now, if you see the automation anywhere or Blue Prism, the interface and all that, the operations that you do, completely, the way of method completely changes. All of them serve the same purpose. See, you can do Excel automation in UiPath, in Blue Prism, and in automation anywhere. But just the way of doing it and how the complete activities are built, it changes. So if you have good knowledge on one tool, it becomes very much easier to learn other tool.
Okay. Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
So which one do you suggest to start with for
To start
any?
with UiPath for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to ask,
Yes.
from your experience, when I assume most organization based on the automation hub, like have their own center of excellence, like where you have a combination of business analysts,
Right.
the RPA architect, RPA developer. Now,
Right.
as a fresher
Hmm.
or as a let's say that has just finished the RPA developer foundation on the UiPath platform,
Hmm.
do you think you can have a role to play in any organization's center of excellence
Hmm.
at that
Okay.
stage?
I didn't get your question, Anitika.
Okay, let me repeat myself. It is assumed that many organizations we have like their own center of excellence
Right. Right. Right.
under the automation hub, where you have the RPA architects, RPA developer, the
Right.
business analysts, all of them coming together to automate processes in an organization,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
Now, as a fresher that probably have finished the UiPath developer foundation course,
Right.
do you think at that stage
Hmm.
that you can have a role to play in a
Yeah.
center of excellence of an organization
Yeah. You can
of
be a
knowledge you have?
junior RPA developer over there, or it's not that that certification defines your knowledge. If you have
Okay.
more better knowledge than that, maybe they might take you for a higher role as well. Like I said, a person having 2 years of experience sometimes is a RPA COE lead or something like that. So that certification is not the point of judging you, but the knowledge that you have is the point of judging you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think the meeting ends in 1 minute. I had said that we'll do it 4 to 5 session, but since I had scheduled and this was not the Zoom premium, I think the meeting is about to end. So if we might take the questions further on the WhatsApp group and as well, and we'll try to see if we can have this kind of session every Saturday. So we keep interacting with each other, and whatever problems are there we can solve it, or maybe sometimes we will have a technical session as well, where if anyone from you have learned something, then they can share their knowledge on that as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, Parth. Actually,
Uh,
the next Saturday, since you said you have the time limit on Zoom, why not can we have it like on Google Meet, right?
Yeah, I'll try to find a solution for this particular thing so that we can have that complete 1 hour with us, and that shouldn't be a problem later.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay,